Hi everyone, Tony here. Been 6 months since I put a video up. I only just realised that about a week ago. Been wanting to do, not that I haven't been wanting to do any, just haven't got round to it really. So sorry about that. But what I thought I'd do right now is, somebody asked me for a photograph of my entire collection. Now a few of my friends have done this already. And indeed I've now done the same. So I thought while I'm doing it, I'll do a collection update video. And it's taken me quite a while to set all this one up. So I'm just going to go through them as quick as I can, because I don't like the videos to run on for too long if I can absolutely help it, although I know I've said that before. So what I thought we'd do first is just take a look. I've got them in two sections really. I thought we'd take a look at the movie characters first of all. I'm recording this on my phone for the first time, so I'm not too sure how good the quality is going to be. I think the picture quality is okay. I'm not too sure about the sound though, but we'll see how this goes. Alright, so first of all, we'll start over here. We'll do the movie characters first. Now this is a mixture of Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. I've just put them all together. It's not quite a massive collection, but I like it. So that's about quality, I suppose. So from we'll start this side. I'm not too sure how well the autofocus is going to work on this. Okay, I'm going to have to try and hold it as still as I can. So first from Revenge of the Fallen, there's Soundwave. Then we move on to Dark of the Moon, there's Crankcase. It's a shame the other two Dreads don't come in a deluxe size, the same as him, because I'd love to get all three of them. And back to Revenge of the Fallen, and this one's my favourite, simply because he's an Audi R8, albeit an unofficial one, because Audi have not sanctioned the product. But he's definitely an Audi R8. That is Sideways from Revenge of the Fallen. Moving back to Dark of the Moon now. And obviously we have the latest incarnation of Megatron. Very good figure, I do like that one. And next we have a leader class Sentinel Prime, which I do like very much. One difference I've noticed on this one, previously when I've seen reviews of this guy, he has several different phrases that he says, but one of them is, I am Sentinel Prime, but on this one he just simply says his name. Apparently, from what I can tell, that's to do with language barriers, because he's when things get issued in the UK these days, the packaging isn't just written in English, it's written in several European languages. So rather than make a different soundbite for each toy for each country, they just made one that said his name and only his name. He doesn't have any other sayings, but he's a great figure. He's a bit of a sod to transform. I was going to do a review of him, but it might be a 40-minute long video, which would include a lot of expletives, because he is a bit of a sod to transform. But he's very good. I do like him. Back to Revenge of the Fallen, and there we have the Fallen himself. Very good. I do like him. I just wish his head had a bit more articulation, that's all, because you can't see his face too clearly there. Get some light behind it and it will shine off a bit better. But very good again. Do like him very much. And this is a good sort of thing to point out really. This is Dark of the Moon Shockwave. Now he is a Voyager class figure, and so is the Fallen. Now you can see the difference in size there. For the Dark of the Moon figures, they were somewhat scaled down, and that was to include apparently all the extra plastic that they had went onto the MechTech gimmicks, which I don't like very much. But you can see the difference in size there. Yet they are both Voyager class figures. So that's Shockwave. Sticking with Dark of the Moon again, that's the Dark of the Moon Shockwave, and he's a deluxe. And next to him another deluxe. I didn't have Barricade from either of the first two films, so I got the Dark of the Moon version. There's Barricade there, I do like him. Okay, so those are all the Decepticons. Notice I've put Sentinel Prime up with the Decepticons, even though he's an Autobot, but obviously we all know what happened in the film. So moving down to the Autobots, there we've got one of the NASCARs, there's Roadbuster. We've got Bumblebee here. And then it's difficult to keep this still. And back there we've got the other NASCAR bot, which is Topspin. Now I believe they have made a Roadbuster, but I haven't seen him out in the UK yet. I think I might have to look on eBay to get one, because I would like to have all three of them. Okay, and down here, again, Dark of the Moon Ratchet there. And Voyager class Optimus Prime. I didn't fancy getting a leader class, although he's quite simple to transform actually, he's not too difficult. And then down here, Dark of the Moon Sideways. Do like him very much. I love the fact that he's got proper feet this time. You can actually stand him up. He's got his little blades there as well. And then Revenge of the Fallen for the last 3 bots. And I do love these two. This skids and mud flap there. Quite why there was such a fuss made about them in Revenge of the Fallen, I don't know. It's just a film. I wish people would just stop being so oversensitive about things. Good, funny characters. I do like them. And finally on the end there is Wheelie, although he's a lot bigger than I would perhaps like. The scale issues are well off there. So that's the movie collection. Again, quite small, but I'm quite satisfied with it. So now if we come over here, there we go. This is my G1 collection. What do you think of that? It took me all of last night to set this table up like this. And what I've done, or tried to do to some extent, is I've put them into this sort of periods. I've sort of split it down there. So we've got Series 1 down there, Series 2 down the middle, Series 3 and 4 on the end. Okay, so what we'll do is I've got them all in bot modes this time. The last time I did a collection review, I had them all in their alt modes. So this took quite a while to get all this set up because most of them I've displayed with their parts. Okay, I'll start by saying before we get into detail, these are all G1 originals. There are no knockoffs, there are no reissues of any kind. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but if I'm having a G1 collection, then I want it to be the original ones. It's not an original collection if I have one that's a reissue or a knockoff in it. I do have some reissues and I do have some knockoffs, but they are not in this collection here. This, what you see here, is the entire series. Now there's one exception, conspicuous by his absence, is Shockwave. Now I do have 2 Shockwaves. I bought one and his electronics weren't working. I bought another one with the electronics were working, but some idiot had decided to glue his ears on so that they can't fold down. He couldn't be transformed. So I'm in the process of swapping the parts around, but he's quite complicated. It's a bit of a shame I didn't have him ready because he would have looked like, in fact I had his space right there at the back ready for him to stand, but still we'll carry on regardless. So my Series 1 and Series 2 collections are now finally complete. It's taken about 5 years to get all these. I do also have 5 animated figures, but there's no room to put them on the table. I could have squeezed them on the end there, I suppose, but I just wanted this table to be G1. So what we'll do is we'll start from the back and we'll work forwards. Okay. Now at the back there, okay, so we're going to do Series 1 first. Is Jetfire / Skyfire. To me, that is not the character that was in the show. I've said this before. I'm not even a great fan of this toy. I don't even think it's that great. But anyway, there's him. Moving right down in front, I was wondering whether or not to display the combiners in their individual forms, but there's just not enough room on the table. So there are all 6 Constructicons, merged obviously as Devastator. Okay, then over here we've got Soundwave, all complete, and they all have rub signs, with the exception of Starscream there. He's a pre-rub, he's the only pre-rub I have. All the others have rub signs. I am going to get another Starscream that does have a rub sign on it. Okay, so we've got the 3 Seekers there. There's Thundercracker and Skywalker as well. Moving back here, there's our 2 leaders. There's the original Megatron and Optimus Prime there. Okay, coming a bit further back now, we've got the Dinobots. There is Sludge, Grimlock, Slark and Snarl, and there's Mr. Swoop there. Okay, move back a little bit further now. We're going to get into the Autobot cars. Then we've got Trailbreaker, Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, and there's Wheeljack down here. Then onto Prowl, Bluestreak, Jazz. We've got Mirage, Ironhide and Ratchet. I've displayed them like that, and I've added those little custom heads you can buy. And then we've got Hound just there. Okay. Basically, they start from the bigger ones at the back and they work forward. That's why I haven't split them up into Autobots or Decepticons. They're just here in size order, really. Okay, then here we've got the 3 Reflector Bots, the original ones there. And the Insecticons. The Shrapnel, Bombshell, and Kitbacks just over there on the end. And then moving down here, we've got the Cassette Bots. There's Rumble and Frenzy. There's Ravage. And then over here, we've got Laserbeak. Now you'll notice with Laserbeak there, and the same with Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw is not Series 1, which is why I'm not including him just yet. You notice he's got a silver beak, and he's the cartoon accurate one, the Reaper Labels sticker set you can buy, which I've put on this one. But this particular one was one that was beaten up that I bought off eBay, and I upgraded him with this one. I do have an original untouched Laserbeak, as I do a Buzzsaw, but I always like to display these ones instead. Okay, and then I'm still sticking with Series 1, we've got the Series 1 mini box. So we've got Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Braum even, Wind Charger, Huffer, and Gears. Yeah, so there they all are. So that's all of Series 1 complete. Like I say, I do have a Shockwave, but I just don't have him here. In fact, I've got 2. Okay, so since we're down here, we're going to go straight into Series 2. More mini bots there. We've got, oops, let's do it like that. There we go. Beachcomber, Cosmos, and Sea Spray. See, I'm struggling to remember all the names now because there's so many of them. And obviously we've got Warpath, and where is he? Powerglide. There he is. Okay, so 5 mini bots were introduced in Series 2. That's them. And obviously the second cassette bot, or the last cassette bot, which is Buzzsaw, was introduced in Series 2. Moving on to some Autobot cars, we then have, well, that's typical, so I've just knocked a few of them over. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so then we've got Smokescreen and Red Alert there. Back just a little bit, we have Skids, who only ever appeared in, well, at least he only ever spoke in one episode. I think he appeared in a few. And behind we've got the 2 Decepticon triple changes. There's Blitzwing and Astro Train. Moving back further again, we've got here Hoist, Trax. Moving back, we've got more, the other 3 Decepticon Seekers. The Coneheads, you've got Dirge, Ramjet, and Thrust at the back there. Moving back even further again, 2 identical molds in Grapple and Inferno. And behind Inferno there, we've got Perceptor. And then we have more of the Combiner robots. I'll just move around here. That were introduced in Series 2, Menasor being the smallest, goes in the front. He is the combined form of the Stunticons. The Combaticons formed as Bruticus. Protectobots formed as Defensor. Aerial bots formed as Superion. And then right at the back there is Blaster. He's so tall, he's even bigger than some of the Combiners. Okay, no cassettes for Blaster in Series 2. And then right at the back there, we have Mr. Omega Supreme himself. Still have his box down here. Very happy with him. I just need to get a part to get him working. The motor does work, but I broke the bloody spindle off the end of it, so he won't walk at the minute. Just need to get a part, put it in there, and he'll be fine. Okay, so almost done. Coming on to Series 3 and 4 now, because this is I haven't finished these collections. Series 1 and 2 are complete now. There obviously is Metroplex. I'll put Scamper at the top there, and his other little buddy on his shoulder. Slammer, the tank is it. Down there is the mixed of all his gun parts to make 6 gun. At the back there is Ultra Magnus. Coming further down we have Mr. Galvatron himself, electric steelwork. Then we've got his 2 henchmen there, Cyclonus and Scourge. Okay, they are the original ones, not the Target Master versions. Okay, now talking of Target Masters, we're going to come over here. I've got 1 Decepticon Target Master, that is Misfire. And I actually have the wrong Target Master for him, believe it or not. When I was sold that one, I realised it was he sent me the wrong Target Master, so I'm awaiting his correct Target Masters to turn up now. Apparently his is quite expensive because it breaks easily. Okay, I've got 2 Headmasters. There's Mindwipe and Skullcruncher. And then I've got some Autobot Target Masters here. Point Blank, I can't remember the name of their weapons. Sure Shot and blimey, Crosshairs, that's him. Okay, and I also have the Target Master versions of Kup and Hot Rod. I'm just missing Target Master Blur to complete the Autobots, and he's quite expensive. I've looked at the prices of him on eBay. He's quite dear, so I do want to get him just to finish off the 6 Autobot Target Masters. And moving down here, Headmaster Series 4, the 3-part episode. Here are the two Autobot clones, Cloudraker and Fastlane, I believe they're called. And then down here, this is where they're getting to the desperate times now. They were just coming up with any cheap old rubbish, really. These are the battle chargers. Basically, you just fold them up in car mode, and as they move along, they sprint up and form these pathetic little robot modes. I do have their little shoulder cannons. They're just in a bag. Okay, and then almost sticking with that, coming down here, are called the throttle bots. They work in the same way, although they have to be transformed separately. They don't pop up on their own. That's just 3 of them there. That's Goldbug, Wide Load and Freeway, Rollbar, Searchlight and Chase. And then down here we've got Blasters cassettes. I only have 3 of them. There's Ramhorn the Rhino, Steeljaw the Lion, and I think that's Rewind, the black one. I'm missing the blue one, his little buddy. Don't have him yet. And then finally, there were 5 more mini-bots added, which is Pipes, Outback, Swerve, Tailgate, and everyone's favourite character, Wheelie. Yeah. Okay, basically those 4 are just a rebrand of the ones that were killed off in Series 1. If you remember, in Series 1 in the animated film, only Bumblebee and Cliffjumper survived. These 4 all perished. So they've just been reborn with the same mould, just different colours. Okay, so this video's gone on for over a quarter of an hour now. That's my collection update video. My first holy grail was to achieve Series 1 and Series 2, which I've now done. As soon as I've finished putting a Shockwave together, he'll be added to that collection. But I'm going to dismantle this now because I've got no room on my table left, as you can see. Okay, so I'm going to upload this one. Hope you all liked it, guys. I'll be putting up a review again soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.